Justin Diego back with another binge-worthy video. And today, I've taken a page out of Bravo's book and I've decided to do my very own Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 binge-worthy marathon special here on my channel because I get comments all the time about how you guys have stopped watching the show, but y'all still watch my channel because you want to stay updated on all things RHOA. So, if you still haven't caught up on this season, but you don't want to be out of the loop for the season 13 reunion over the next few weeks, I hope that you stick around to the very end of this marathon because I'm getting into some things all the way from the beginning. And of course, if you're a loyal binge watcher and you saw all my videos and you've watched all my little reviews and stuff, but you just want to show me some love and some support, you're definitely invited too. In fact, you get to come all the way to the front. Come on up here. Coming up, we're going to be sipping tea on Marlo Hampton filming her first year with a peach and why fans are calling for Bravo to take that peach back and pretend it never happened. We'll also go inside Marlo's shady beef with Kandi Burruss before we take a look at the newbies Drew Sidora and Sanya Ross and how their friendship took a turn for the worst. And y'all know we have to talk about this She By Sheree storyline getting revived after Sheree fell out with her Prison Bae Tyrone. Of course, we'll discuss Kenya Moore's interesting role on the season, and we'll finally wrap up this marathon, taking a deep dive into why some fans of the show are worried about Kandi Burruss leaving the Atlanta Housewives, since it's really starting to look like Bravo is laying down the foundation for Phaedra Parks to finally make her epic return. It's gonna be a movie, sis. Are you up for it? Okay, well, let's do it. An all-new Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 binge-worthy marathon starts now.
Oh yeah, whoa, look, they can never keep me down, I'm going. And if I ever fail, just know I'll go again. I never quit, cause I know that every loss may lead to another win. I'm going up. I bet when I land, they gon' tell me it's luck again. See that I'm winning, it's harder to watch. I'm setting the stage, you should give me my props.
Yeah, it's gonna be your best life. Be authentic. This is so hard to get. Be authentic, like it's a drum.
Please don't play no games with me. It was never about the fame to me. They needed the best, so they came to me.
First-time peach holder and Real Housewives of Atlanta star Marlo Hampton hosted a fabulous event in Atlanta, and the girls are saying that it was definitely giving fashion show with hella fashion.
Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the vibe, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me.
Let's get into all this footage that I was able to get my hands on from Marlo's event that was rumored to kick off the new season. And of course, those rumors were true.
At the top, ooh, yeah, that's me.
When Bravo first announced the lineup of women who actually survived the huge Real Housewives of Atlanta cast shakeup, I remember being so surprised to hear them finally confirming Atlanta Housewives tea because y'all know that that's kinda my job, but I remember being even more surprised to learn about the newest cast member, Sanya Ross, snatching up a peach after months of speculation. But when I realized that Marlo Hampton had finally secured a freshly picked Georgia peach of her own, I almost got to shouting, y'all.
Oh my goodness, I'm so embarrassed.
Don't be embarrassed, they love you. The best part is we did not have to even wait long to see what Marlo would be giving as a full-time housewife either, because you could tell production was really excited to share Marlo's story, introducing us officially to Marlo as Monty and a fabulous entrepreneur.
Coming out.
Who makes this dress?
Oh my God, it's my YSL darling. And shoes. And then hair is made by some beautiful Indian woman who had hair to share. And I think she gave it to Kendra's Boutique and she gave it to me.
I love it.
Yes, Marlo took over the iconic Biltmore Hotel in Atlanta for her star-studded late archive showroom event that is rumored to kick off the new season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta for season 14. Marlo's fashion showroom houses over 5,000 runway and archive designer pieces, sourced and curated by the style maven herself. Kandi Burruss, Kenya Moore, Sheree Whitfield, Drew Sidora, Sanya Richards-Ross, who were all confirmed as full-time cast members for the next season, all attended in support of Marlo Hampton, and it seems like everybody was getting along and looking like money, with Kenya Moore flying in straight from Los Angeles after an emotional exit from Dancing with the Stars.
Carrie Ann, which couple would you like to save?
I don't want to choose. I don't want to do this, but I have to say, sorry.
Carrie Ann votes to save Suni and Sasha.
I feel like Bravo definitely called down to the mirror ball for a favor and politely had them send Kenya Moore home early to make this event, because Kenya had been doing so good on Dancing with the Stars, but let's be honest, we definitely need our girl to hold it down in Atlanta because people are a little worried about the show, with Tamar Braxton throwing shade on the night of the event, talking about, y'all should add your money together and ask my... Not me just realizing why she said this. Anyways, Tamar said, y'all should add your money together and ask my good sis Nene to make an appearance because I'm scared.
What do you mean by that?
I just realized why Tamar said add your money together, because apparently Nene had thrown shade exposing the Atlanta Housewives for putting their money together to buy a very small bouquet of flowers for Greg's memorial last year. But that did not blow over well with fans.
Please leave me the alone.
Okay.
And y'all, I can't even front, even though I am personally very happy about Marlo Hampton finally securing her peach. And I actually think that this is actually a cute little lineup for the Real Housewives of Atlanta cast members. I can't help but be just a little bit concerned still about the future of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I am just going to shut up and get on board and just trust the process, at least for right now.
Hey, hold on, this shit ain't funny. It ain't funny, but it is.
Now, we know that Marlo and Kenya have definitely had quite an interesting relationship over the last several years, but in the season premiere, it was pretty obvious that their friendship has been evolving in a very genuine and positive way.
Passion will always be a part of me. Kenya said it once. The archive is not spelled correctly, okay? It's not. It should be L archive. Kenya made sure she called me as a friend. She said, Marlo, it's not spelled right. I'm like, Kenya, I don't give a damn. She's like, this is the smartest spell here. I said, look, it wasn't available, and I want the archive. So guess what? When you're a boss and you got money, you get what you want. When I can get love, LA, I can get it down. My name is like Marlo, this is her right, this is her correct terminology. I'm like, bitch, I'm not known for pronouncing words. I'm known for making money and dressing. Yes. My lane is fashion and dressing. So I just want to thank you all. Please look at the pieces. Just some amazing pieces.
I think that this speaks to Marlo's overall evolution that we have been watching that has ultimately landed her this gig as a full-time housewife. So I can't wait to see if her friendship with Kenya continues to grow or if it'll take a turn for the worst again.
You're trash. You're trash and you go get that bad ass booty inflated. I'm gonna post it today.
Yeah, that didn't last very long. After all these seasons of most Atlanta Housewives fans rooting for Marlo Hampton to secure Peach, Bravo finally listened, but after almost an entire season of low blows, many of those same fans are now calling for the network to repossess Marlo's Peach and throw her off the show entirely.
No one in this group would take me away. Bitch, you're trash.
Make sure you're breathing. Make sure you're breathing.
Because the girls are already saying that all this drama that you're bringing to season 14 is just getting stale at this point. And your promotion to full-time peach holder is just bringing more lowbrow drama to the show.
I am not Michelle Obama. You go low, I'm going low with you.
But let me play Kenya's advocate here. First of all, we can't sit here and act surprised at the fact that Marlo really be turning the scene and getting the girls all riled up. Because if I remember correctly, that's the very reason why we wanted her to be getting a peach in the first place, right?
Oh, shut up, haters.
But at the same time, I do also understand that this back and forth
That's inspired Chanel, right? No, it's not. I will give you the receipt.
and constant turmoil between Marlo and the girls
Honestly, I'm about tired of Kenya and Marlo always going at each other's neck.
is getting a little bit too draining.
Does it ever get old? You're not tired yet?
And I also was very interested in her main storyline involving her two nephews in the beginning because we've never really seen this side of Marlo on the show. But like most of y'all, I also was left pretty shook when she hit the ultimate low blow and told those boys to get the f out.
Well, long story short, I kicked the boys out.
What?
I told them to get the f out. And I just felt I'm not doing right by them. I'm not.
Yeah, just like some of you guys and some of the cast, I actually grew up separated from my parents as well, starting at age 8 with 5 other siblings, and we were all lucky enough to be able to stay together, and it helped us to kind of make it through that weird time. I stayed with an aunt as well, and when I tell y'all, it was not easy. You think about not being enough every single day, and it takes years to honestly even get comfortable in like a new environment. So in my situation, the thing that made it harder for us is we were reminded often how nobody else wanted to step in to take us in and how much of a burden we were. And honestly, it really broke every one of our spirits. And I say all that to say, I don't know if this is just some shit that Marlo is doing for like a dramatic storyline for the show. And I honestly would have just thought that Marlo, of all people, would have been able to understand just how damaging this type of rejection could be for her nephews. But I didn't like it at all. And from what I can tell, neither did you guys. But I was happy that by opening up just a little bit about my past, I was able to spark some real conversations with you guys in the comment section who have also been in similar situations as this one. And it honestly brought tears to my eyes seeing how together we are all here on this journey of boycotting childhood trauma together. So stop thanking me. Thank you guys for sharing your stories in the comments as well.
My God, can't take my eye off you. Can't take my eye off you.
Atlanta Housewives fans are so opinionated, and y'all already know that they had a lot to say about Marlo kicking these boys out. This tweet from House of Peacock took me out on Twitter talking about Marlo's real tagline revealed. And in the photo it says, "Who needs nephews when I got that peach?" Before another fan chimed in responding, "Marlo used those boys for a 3-episode arc, exclamation point. Her disgusting behavior towards Kenya and below the belt shade thrown at Kandi and some of the other gals is enough to get her booted. Get her off Real Housewives of Atlanta." I was shook that people were actually so offended by Marlo's situation with her nephews that they are really questioning whether Marlo should be a part of this show at all anymore. With Tanaya feeling some type of way asking, will Marlo keep her peach next season? ? And even more Atlanta Housewives fans were wondering the same thing, tweeting, we have to deal with Marlo again next season? And a Kenya fan responded to that tweet saying, let's hope not, before another fan actually defended Marlo, commenting, I feel like some of y'all fans really project your abandonment issues into watching what Marlo has done with her nephews. At the end of the day, they're back with her and she's providing them a better lifestyle than what they came from. Oh, not me projecting earlier. Even though I hate what Marlo did to those boys, I think giving Marlo Hampton a shot like this was a good thing for the show. But if she does come back next season, I want Marlo to open up just a little bit more, but not at the expense of her nephews and their mental health.
That's what I know for sure. That's what's intimidating.
Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Do you think that Marlo Hampton should return to the next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta? Or should Bravo snatch that peach as fast as they let Sheree come back to, to get played by Tyrone and give it to somebody else?
My heart is ready for something I have been had in a long time. True love crime, I hope you know that.
If you're still here, thank you so much for sticking around this long. We've got so much more to talk about. And while this RHOA 14 marathon isn't exactly in chronological order, by the end of it, you'll know pretty much everything you need to know before you sit down and try to watch this reunion. Okay, let's get back to the tea. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14 binge-worthy marathon continues now.
Kandi, do some shit for the black culture. We got enough babies and diseases out here. We don't need no stuff about sex, Kandi.
So one of your castmates, Marlo, seems to think that you should be doing more for the culture.
She be so fake to me.
You fucked out in Atlanta, okay?
She gets on my motherfucking nerves.
Where's the lie? Where is the lie?
I'm tired of her bullshit.
Whatever I'm saying, point out the lie and then call me a liar.
She's fake as
But bitch, I stayed back.
She want to get over here and show her motherfucking ass. She's getting on my nerves.
You just sound stupid, okay?
It's Justin Diego back with another binge-worthy video. And y'all, I went back and forth about whether or not I was gonna make this video because it's such a messy situation. And I really didn't want to be like crossing the line and becoming known as a messy YouTuber, but when I tell y'all, I started unpacking everything and I just really could not look away.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Yep.
Real Housewives of Atlanta stars Marlo Hampton and Kandi Burruss were trending on Twitter over their recent feud that is currently playing out on the show. Now, in case you guys missed it, Marlo appeared as a guest on former Real Housewives of Atlanta producer Carlos Kings' podcast titled Reality with the King. And y'all, I could not look away because they were spilling so much tea and Marlo was throwing hella shade towards Kandi.
You done out in Atlanta, okay? And I done had plenty too, like you say. But girl, get a seminar on teaching us how to get all this money like you so we can be the first. How you want to be the first, all these other black women that support you and look up to you want to be a first as well.
Her shady comments all stemmed from episode 5 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14, where Kandi decided to promote her bedroom candy brand again in a pretty interesting way. Now, on the show, it appeared as though Kandi had asked the girls to wear the toys in their, I can't even say that, and bring their remote to have some sort of a vibe, if you know what I mean, while they were in New York City. And I'm not even gonna lie, for me, it was a little bit weird. Actually, it was a lot bit weird because yeah, there were definitely husbands there, and I don't know about y'all, but it's weird to have married men being a part of this situation where there are literally vibrating punani's all around them.
My vajayjay is closed for business on this trip, okay? Thank you.
And it got especially weird when they lost control of the remote controls and the girls were being buzzed and vibrated uncontrollably.
Wow. No, it's going bananas.
Well, you gotta hit it again.
It's going bananas.
and there was not even a clear indication of who was actually pressing the remote.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Basically, the remote can control more than one pair.
Call the police. We need to call the police.
And this actually landed Kandi in the hot seat with fans wondering why in the hell she thought that this was a good idea in the first place. With one viewer hollering, "Kandi, it was inappropriate. They're all married men there. You're giving your husband a visual of another woman?" Before another viewer chimed in saying, "I don't know about this." Before a Kandi fan finally came to Kandi's defense saying,
At the end of the day, it doesn't f***ing matter, okay?
you would have thought that Kandi had did something seriously malicious with the way that people are acting. And one fan was genuinely confused saying, "So wait a minute, Kandi, I'm supposed to give my man the remote to some vibrating panties that has a piece I put in my..." Can I say YouTube, can I say I feel like I can't say so I'm just gonna say, oh no, let me start over and I'm just gonna choose another word. So wait a minute, Kandi, I'm supposed to give my man the remote to some vibrating panties that has a piece I put in my pants and go to a Broadway play and sit still and quietly, ? And that's supposed to be fun, ? And Kandi responded, "I told them not to use it while we were in the play, of course. The game was supposed to be anytime somebody said something shady or started arguing, then you hit the remote for the vibration to start. It was supposed to be a funny way to stop folks from arguing." With one Real Housewives of Atlanta fan calling straight BS, jumping in saying, "Kandi, just stop it, laugh my A off.
Now that's how you clear up it.
Why didn't production add that info in if that was the case? ? Even still, it seems super creepy to have them wear them, especially around one another's husband.
Say keep it classy, be a lady, bitch. I said be a lady. Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? I ask you. Is it a coincidence?
So annoying that a person will get on a platform to millions of people and say, "I don't help people."
I'm a bad bitch every day of the week. If I hop up on the mic, they gon' play it on repeat. Cash 100 milli check, I get paid just to breathe.
And before we knew it, Kandi was strolling through that red carpet, hot sauce mad, and she had a lot to get off her chest.
She be so fake to me. Was it day or last night she was sending us the invite to her thing. She wanted us to come support her in her business or whatever. And I was the first one on the group text, probably the only one, no, one of two of all the housewives who said, "Oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna come be there for you." She gets on my motherfucking nerves. I'm tired of her bullshit. She's fake as It's facts. I got her showing a whole nother network when she needed help. Then she wanna get over here and show her motherfucking ass. She's getting on my nerves.
Yes, when Kandi gets that little crackiness in her voice, y'all know she is about to blow.
If y'all do not know, I have been doing way more for the community than all of them. I don't mind saying it, okay?
Yeah, it's definitely true that Kandi has definitely done a lot for the community, and she definitely made us understand.
Listen, I pay off college tuitions for people I don't even know.
Okay, Miss Kandi Burruss is giving back to the culture.
You know what? I put all my businesses in black communities so that I can bring more jobs to our community. What's she doing?
And before any of this could even blow over, Marlo kept the shady conversation going on last week's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
First of all, Kandi was a damn hoe. She everybody for free. Oh, you're crazy.
They probably over there plotting. Then they want to claim they want to be such best friends. Like, get the out of here.
I was so shocked, y'all. Sheree wasn't just sitting over there cackling, but she was actually chiming in too.
Yeah, that bitch was a hoe and that pussy wasn't good, and that's why you right here always got the date underneath your tax bracket, okay? Preach.
Yo! Whoa! Whoa, hey, whoa. All right.
Yeah, this is bad. With Kandi Burruss responding on Twitter, keep watching this season because the lady with the heavy tongue keeps my name in her mouth, ! And Marlo Hampton clapped right back saying, keep watching because the lady with the heavy tongue is keeping everybody's storyline juicy and paychecks coming in! And some fans were definitely getting their lick in, talking about, girl, Kandi, you need to cut her a check considering she gave you a storyline. Before another fan chimed in saying, word on the curb is Kandi actually has to work this season. Imagine that! ... Before my good sis left me screaming, talking about, Kandi, she making you work for that housewife check. Yes! With the crying laughing face emoji. And honestly, but no, this actually sparks a pretty interesting conversation. Does this type of smoke that Kandi has been getting actually help Bravo get their money's worth because she's the top paid housewife? And does this type of drama at the same time help fans get what we are really paying for as well?
Call me petty, but I guess that's what I am.
Yeah, that's definitely a very interesting thought, and I might just have to unpack that in another video because, whew, this is really becoming too much. But before I go, I do want to share my unpopular opinion. I honestly hear the message that Marlo is trying to articulate, and y'all, she's right. No.
Tomato, don't tomatoes. No. It's all tomatoes.
You guys go drag me for this, huh? Okay.
Now look, y'all. It's no secret that Kandi is definitely a boss, and it's also no secret that she has made a lot of amazing things shake and pop off on this show. I also understand that Kandi has done a lot for the community that she made very clear in her interview with the Neighborhood Talk.
If y'all do not know, I have been doing way more for the community than all of them. I don't mind saying it.
But listen, it would be nice if we actually got to see some of the things that Marlo was saying she would love to experience in this group.
Now, say if we went there and she was like, hey, I'm going to teach you guys all how to contribute to a play and become a producer, how to get a restaurant. Girl, get a seminar on teaching us how to get all this money like you so we can be the first. How you want to be the first? All these other Black women that support you and look up to you want to be a first as well. Do some shit to Black culture.
And Sheree seems to feel the same way.
You don't even have it in your heart, Kandi, how to help other people. She's for herself. For herself.
Listen, I don't want no smoke, y'all. I'm just trying to say I see and I hear what Marlo and some of the other girls are trying to say. But again, they're just saying it the wrong way.
At the end of the day, people can only be who they are.
Comment right now and tell me what you think about all this mess. Do you think that Marlo Hampton is completely out of pocket for coming for the queen, Kandi Burruss? Or do you think that it's all fair when you're the highest paid sitting on the fattest Georgia Peach check? Okay. I know y'all are mad, but let me get this heat off me. Y'all hate Kenya Moore, right? Right? Okay, if you've been watching new episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 14, you know that I keep saying that the vibes are really different. Some people are living for the new dynamics between the girls, and other people are feeling some type of way.
Hey, queen.
No.
We will never say
What now?
Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar and doing it flawlessly.
That's why we have to talk about this moment between Kenya Moore and She By Sheree's assistant for her fashion show that we'll get to see in next week's finale.
Sheree, this is your coming out party. And when I talk to you, you seem overwhelmed. Snap out of it! But why aren't we facing that way.
This is how I normally do my fashion shows, and I'm sure if you...
So the wrong way.
I don't know where Sheree found this woman, but it's crazy to me how she was just so effortlessly entertaining and how she did not even realize how quickly she was entering herself into the Real Housewives of Atlanta Hall of Fame.
We don't have your contact info on here.
My assistant has all that.
No, but I want it on the photos like I asked them 2 minutes ago.
I know, but I'm going to do it my way if you don't mind, because I'm the one that's going to be assisting.
Thank you.
That's fine. I'll just make her feel better.
Yeah, it makes me feel better.
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy for me too.
Confetti. Confetti.
Ooh, Rowan, come here, girl. Let me just talk to you for a second. Girl, have you ever thought about a career in reality TV? Because, yeah, and are you allergic to peaches or anything? Because I got an idea.
They need to be real models.
You have to have a budget for real models.
Oh.
It's the one and only Digo Double G. Snoop Dogg.
I mean, did this lady just literally drag both Kenya and Sheree better than any other housewife this whole damn season? Or is it just me?
Not really. I mean, I wouldn't say that.
Rowan was basically like, Kenya, girl, listen.
This is your sign that God ain't told you to tell nobody to do shit.
And Housewives fans were feeling the same way, sending RHOA trending on Twitter even during the VMAs. With one Housewives fan chiming in saying, Kenya has been doing okay this season, but why was she so rude here? ? This woman isn't even a castmate. And another Housewives fan responded, the assistant putting up a better fight against Kenya than Sanya did in Jamaica! ! With the shook emoji, with one fan echoing his sentiments exactly, saying, Kenya low-key wasn't prepared with the crying laughing face emoji. She wasn't expecting her to return serve like that. With another fan responding, not confetti. She will not be bullied, with the crying laughing face emoji. Please leave this girl alone, Kenya. Before one fan took us down memory lane talking about how this assistant do what most of the cast can't do. Keep up with Kenya. This is right up there with Sheree's friend talking about she got room to grow to be Nini's size.
You're very, very small.
She's tiny.
Very, very tiny. Oh my God, you're very, like I'm a 2, so you must be a 0.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you a sandwich in just a minute.
Don't do that, baby. I got room to grow. You guys one day. Room to grow.
Oh, I'm sorry. That wasn't nice.
Y'all, I could do this all day. These reactions are so good. With more Housewives fans keeping me young responding, Miss Ma'am is not a fan of Kenya. And she's letting it be known that she wants all the smoke! With the crying laughing face emojis. And another Housewives fan responding, bring Rowan back! This was one of the most naturally entertaining scenes in a while. With one fan throwing confetti saying, finally! Kenya met her match. Confetti. With Miss P living for the pettiness tweeting, Kenya is the moment. But Rowan definitely had a moment. #confetti. Before another fan was happy to see Sheree get dragged talking about, you have to have a real budget for real models. Cleared in all caps. And Kenya was definitely cracking up at this scene as well, responding to fans agreeing that Rowan definitely needs way more screen time. With the Kenya fan making a pretty good point commenting, Kenya showed up! You need a friend like that in your corner. And I really agree. Sheree could use a little bit of this strong Aquarius energy in her life because we are creative visionaries and all that is really, really cute, but we also get things done. Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Do you think Sheree needs to listen to Kenya to get her She By Sheree collection off the ground? Or do you think that Kenya needs to sit down and mind her business?
That's all y'all need.
Anthony was never my assistant, honey.
Well, he said you wanted to. Well, yeah, he said he wasn't because you never paid him.
Are you gonna shut the up for a second so I can talk? Are you that desperate, bitch?
If we all had to choose a queen of the Atlanta Housewives this season, I'm pretty sure that most of us would have a totally different pick. Some might choose Marlo because she's been putting Kandi to work for that peach this season. And I already know that some of you guys would choose Sheree just because she's the only OG on the cast right now. But that's exactly why I'm not even gonna ask you guys today. Instead, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Drew Sidora is that bitch.
You can never prepare yourself for hell. Hell is hot.
So today, let's talk about why I decided that after careful consideration and after binge watching every single episode of the new season, it is very clear to me that Drew Sidora is carrying the entire season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta on her back.
Just think about that for a minute.
Now look, y'all know I have not been quiet about how much I did not enjoy Drew Sidora's first season on the show. And when I found out that she was one of the first to be asked back, I definitely thought that Bravo was tripping. But it didn't take long before I started to realize that Drew was actually turning a couple of scenes.
Anthony was never my assistant, honey.
Well, he said you wanted to. Well, yeah, he said he wasn't because you never paid him.
Are you gonna shut the up for a second so I can talk? Are you that desperate, bitch?
Okay, so Drew really gonna make Sheree work for that peach, huh?
So I'm trying, girl. I thought you were a cool girl when I first met you, but then this stuff come up. I'm like, okay, this is a Disney bitch. I don't even know if I want to be.
Did you just call me a Disney bitch?
I did, bitch.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
What have I done?
She said, girl, this little Tyrone drama that you bring in can only be stretched out for maybe 2 or 3 episodes. So here, let me help you out, sis.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Y'all always talk about how the new girls are so weak and so timid, and y'all are so quick to say that they just don't fit in. Or y'all get so annoyed when the girls do the opposite and start doing the most, like LaToya last season, and they come off way too thirsty, way too quick, and way too hungry for a moment. So when a girl gets it right like Drew did, we need to go ahead and give her props because I feel like Drew did that perfectly and she handled herself well up against a true legendary OG. And let me tell y'all, if you didn't catch how producers were really banking on Drew's Chicago side jumping out, you're sleeping. Because I know y'all did not think that Fatim.
Wow. The pressure is getting worse.
Because I know y'all did not think that Fatum just showed up out of nowhere. I really like saying her name, Fatum. Fatum. It sounds real disrespectful. It sounds like somebody who's petty as hell. Yeah, when I saw that they were gonna keep this energy going by continuing to bring Fatum around to get reactions out of Drew, I was like, okay. It's looking like we got a new queen on our hands. And I was looking for 2 things. Number 1, will she be able to handle the disrespect? And secondly, I was looking to see if the beef was gonna get boring or if it was gonna birth more iconic moments for the show. Because a true queen knows when to shut the hell up about something and pull out a prop or create a stunt or a diversion, something. They know better than to let us get bored.
Y'all need some lip gloss. Y'all mouth getting dry talking about the same thing.
So if you've been watching the show, you know that Drew Sidora passed my test with flying colors.
Shut the up. Here. Get it. Fetch. Okay? Oh my God.
Drew Sidora had me screaming so loud, I knocked over my glass of wine. I got up and started running around the living room. And my dog got so scared, she just ran and dismissed herself to her little crate.
Stop doing that, okay? Reasons. Play with that. Don't play with me. Play with that.
I could not get enough of this legendary energy that came out of nowhere.
Like, where you getting dog bones from? You don't have a pet. Wait a minute, bitch. You stopped at the store and picked up dog treats.
Wait a minute. When I was like at my wit's end with this woman, I was like, you know what? Psh, this is what you get.
This season has felt like Drew against everybody because Sanya switched up and started calling Drew out on her BS.
This is definitely a side of Drew I haven't seen.
And even Kandi was throwing her little shade, speaking up for the girls who are questioning the validity of Drew's business.
Is it a real Drop It With Drew facility?
And before we knew it, Drew was at it again with Sheree, giving us even more content.
I think Drew secretly lives for me.
And Sheree was reading her down in that Gucci.
This bitch is looking for my attention.
It's your birthday, girl. Stay cute.
Because we see she's not getting it at home.
But I do want to point out that just because you got read down in a scene, that don't mean that you didn't turn the scene. Because some of y'all be pointing out, like, oh, Sanya can't hold her own because she tried to come up against Keena and she failed. Girl, at least she tried.
You think it's small. We need to be thinking big. You need to be thinking big, bitch.
Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about this. How do you think Drew Sidora is doing for her sophomore season as an official Real Housewife? And tell me if you think that she's doing her part to keep this season binge-worthy. To keep this season binge-worthy. The fuck?
Stay big, bitch.
Oh my God, I just know so many of y'all have already left at this point, so I might as well just pull the plug on this video. Because I remember y'all ate me up in the comments when I first posted this segment. Talking about how I'm on Drew's payroll now. But if you're still here, thanks for sticking around. I feel like this would be a really good time to go ahead and slam that like button, leave a little comment, and just go ahead and subscribe to Binge-Worthy while you're at it, because I know you want some more of these petty edits.
Wherever you got that information from, it's not true. It wasn't said. That was not what was said.
Okay, so now we're getting toward the end of the season, and y'all already know this is where things start to really hit the fan, especially after they drop that reunion trailer.
When my ex left me, you know, she left me basically to die.
No, I care about my good name.
My sentencing, she wasn't there. My self-surrender, she wasn't there. Phaedra left me to basically rot.
I know.
It's Justin Diego back with another binge-worthy video. And since y'all still like the ghetto, let's talk about Sheree Whitfield using the money that she actually owes Drew Sidora to buy Apollo Nida coffee, and why this scene sent everyone into a frenzy when the conversation ended up being all about Apollo using his 15 minutes to slam his ex-wife, Phaedra Parks. And bravo, y'all ain't slick. We already know that this is the start of phase 2 of y'all's little plan to bring Faye back.
Something about this doesn't sit right in my spirit.
These last couple of weeks, the show has been really given what they supposed to, wait, what do the kids say? It's been given what it's supposed to, it's given what it's supposed to give. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
It was supposed to give what needed to be gave to the highest of giving.
That's why we have to talk about this moment between Apollo and She By Sheree.
And you know how long I've been working on She By Sheree. On and off. After having such a lackluster model call, I know Apollo has done some modeling before, and I think it would be dope to have him in my fashion show.
First of all this is a lot. Like, Since when were the two of you guys friends, of all people? And then, whose Rolls Royce did Apollo roll up in? And lastly, what's up with this scarf? I have so many questions.
Apollo and I have always been good friends.
Let me go call my kids, honey, in case something happened, honey.
But we lost contact when he went to prison.
No, because Bravo, hold up. Bravo, y'all really try to play in our face just then. And I don't like that. Come on, like, y'all really try to use that footage of Miss Lawrence, and y'all try to act like that justified Sheree and Apollo being friends all this time. I mean, I'll give y'all props because of what we gonna get in the end, but bruh, y'all know.
What the hell we gonna do now?
So anyways, long story short, Sheree ended up convincing Apollo to be in her little fashion show for She By Sheree that may or may not happen. And I just want to say, y'all are out of line for calling BS on this whole thing. With one Housewives fan making me scream on Twitter talking about Sheree. I know Apollo has done some modeling before. The model. Yeah, after they rushed through that and Apollo gave Sheree some advice about navigating prison bays, they got to the main reason why production scheduled this scene in the first place.
When I went away, Phaedra was definitely cold-blooded.
When my ex left me, she left me basically to die.
No, I care about my good name.
My sentencing, she wasn't there. My self-surrender, she wasn't there. Phaedra left me to basically rot.
I know.
Yeah, I remember when all this was going down, Phaedra wanted nothing to do with it. I heard from my sources back then that Phaedra was actually refusing to film the show, and they actually hired Apollo to get her to at least come on camera to defend herself, because otherwise, she allegedly was refusing to talk about this situation in front of the Bravo cameras at all. So it doesn't really surprise me that Apollo is still this petty, but I am actually shocked that he is this delusional and this bitter.
Oh well, all you can do is laugh.
Housewives fans were feeling the same way, helping send Real Housewives of Atlanta trending on Twitter, even during the VMAs, with everyone shook that Apollo actually got a confessional. Tweeting, not Apollo getting a confessional, exclamation point. And another Housewives fan responding, why does Apollo have a confessional? Phaedra must be coming back, and this will be her storyline. Before the conversation quickly shifted to folks speaking their mind about all this energy that Apollo had for Phaedra. Tweeting, this Apollo scene is extremely pointless. He got on here to bash Phaedra as if he didn't go to jail with a whole fiance. He treated Phaedra like mess and embarrassed her. Go away from me with this, Apollo. And another Housewives fan responding, haven't been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I just caught the last few minutes and Apollo talking mess about Phaedra. He has got a lot of nerve, exclamation point. Bro, she has been raising your sons and they are going to be fine men, ... because of her in all caps, exclamation points. Maybe just shut the F up and be grateful. With one fan adding Bravo directly saying, Bravo should be ashamed to be so scandalous to have a two-time convicted felon on the show speaking of an ex-housewife in that manner and speaking to a woman who got played by another convicted felon. This whole scene literally declassed the entire show. Before Luna tried to calm everybody down responding, he didn't trash talk her. He told the honest truth about her. Not sure how Phaedra still has a fan base considering all the snake things she's done on this show. And another fan wasn't feeling the whole thing talking about, I could have gone my whole life without seeing Apollo back on the screen. Yeah, Black Twitter is out of control. Before long, the conversation shifted again to people getting in Sheree's behind. With a Drew fan tweeting, one thing about Sheree, she'll stay around these felons. She just got done with Tyrone, been clowning around with Marlo, and now we kikiing with Apollo, ? You not tired of being around these clowns? And another Housewives fan responding, I personally find it evil for Sheree to bring back Apollo and the producers to allow him a confessional on a show that his ex-wife brought him on, just for him to bash her with no way to defend herself. It's just so sad. Before somebody finally came to Sheree and Apollo's defense saying, I don't know, it's just messy reality TV. She was allowed to use him going to jail for his storyline, so Sheree should be able to allow Apollo to do the same. And this girl had me screaming with this tweet talking about, hate to admit it, but Apollo is still fine.
Scrumptious.
I actually agree with fans that are giving Bravo the side eye for this little stunt, because we see what y'all trying to do, but at the same time, can you even be mad?
You know, Carly, I really been your friend for a while, but she's starting to piss me off.
I can't help but think about how time and time again, Bravo has indicated that Phaedra is back in their good graces. First, it was her being casted on season 2 of The Ultimate Girls Trip, which is essentially a Real Housewives all-star spinoff. After that, Phaedra has been plastered all over their blog, she's been invited to watch What Happens Live, and she's essentially back on their payroll, so it would only make sense for them to just go ahead and bring her back to the show at this point. And I believe that even though this scene was not exactly favorable to Phaedra Parks, it definitely opens the door for them to go ahead and pick up here with a cute little Phaedra versus Sheree beef about it if they start filming next month for the new season, which the blogs are allegedly saying that is the plan. And apparently Bravo seems to think so too, with them getting Phaedra to discuss her thoughts about this scene way before it aired.
Him hanging out with Sheree, honey, if it makes him some money, he can buy these children some shoes and some Chick-fil-A. Honey, hang out with Sheree, hang out with Nick, hang out with whoever you need to hang out with to get a check.
There you go.
Bring it to mama.
They also did a phone interview asking her about it again after the episode aired, and Phaedra kept it cute. Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Do you think that Sheree needs to focus her energy on She By Sheree and stop bringing Apollo back if he's just gonna sit there and bash Phaedra? And be sure to let me know your thoughts about whether or not this might have been a scheme that Sheree set up to come to us next season with Phaedra Parks.
You can stop saying that shit. I know that.
Oh, y'all, I am so exhausted putting out all of these videos. And y'all really been turning on me in the comments, hurt my little feelings, but that's okay. Y'all don't gotta like everything I say. And we don't always have to be in agreement. I'll just cry myself to sleep and maybe leave again.
BFFR. What did that spell? Be fucking for real.
I'm just playing. I ain't going nowhere, especially since it's time to talk about how producers are possibly turning on Kandi Burruss. Okay, in order to fully understand this Kandi drama, we kinda gotta talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 reunion trailer, because yeah, a couple of girls were coming for her neck and waiting for her at the door.
I always hate reunions because I hate arguing with people. And this year, especially because there was a lot of people that were just coming for my neck. It makes my stomach turn.
Yes, Bravo just officially released the trailer for the season 14 reunion, and I've got a lot to say, child, before I finally chime in on some messy gossip going around about a particular cast member potentially being on her last leg. But we should watch the RHOA trailer first, and then we'll chat.
Next time on The Real Housewives of Atlanta Reunion.
nonprofit? Well, who?
Basically, I'm an investor in She By Sheree.
Oh my God, you better stop lying about my name.
Show us your contact.
What can you tell me about your new boo? He's like a 10 out of 10.
I heard that D was a 10 out of 10.
I have cash ups from people wanting to send me tapes of you.
I would love to see that.
Sheree, no more TPT.
2-pump time.
Oh, 2 pumps done. Kandi and I both live rent-free in her head.
Shots fired.
You've had your breasts done, your booty.
My booty, bitch, you crazy.
We've all had something
natural,
done.
honey. Squats, not shots, honey. You talking about me every week on your show, and I get it, because I'm good clickbait. You think I need you for clickbait?
Oh.
Everything about you is fake, Marlo. Your name is not even your real name, LaToya Hutchinson.
It seems like you suffered some emotional abuse.
They want to call me whores and prostitutes, but can't bring you one guy and...
She's crying.
She has tears. There's
Okay.
tears coming out.
That's crying.
That's crying.
We just coordinated, you know?
Diana Ross, the Supreme.
I'm the lead, those are my backups.
Ralph, I'm looking to get a massage after the reunion. You know anybody I can call?
In your earlier thirsty years, we went to Africa.
And I came with all my Birkins.
No, you was a little dehydrated at the time.
Drew, do not do that. She's flipping her hair in my face. Andy, come on, I'm gonna have to move in a second.
Be a lady like I am.
Don't
You
talk
call it,
about
honey.
me
I don't
not
like-
having
that's
a
what
mind
you
of my
say.
own. We've only been able to accomplish mediocrity at best.
We don't produce shows.
This is so annoying that a person that I tried to help multiple times will get on a platform to millions of people and say I don't help people.
Wow.
Wow. The pressure is getting worse.
Yeah, this trailer was real nice. It was real nice. But was I the only one distracted? Because I was so worried about Kandi Burruss.
You're bad.
Y'all, it was the seating chart for me. Like, this seating chart is completely throwing me off right now. We got Marlo and Sheree sitting in the throne chairs. Has Sheree ever sat in the throne chair right beside Andy? I mean, it has been so many seasons. I can't remember. Like, if y'all remember, let me know. But she's been looking good, and she might finish Chateau Sheree. She By Sheree. But I don't know.
Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. I was an employee. And I was gonna get Employee of the Month. And that's on period.
Honestly, I can accept every other position except this seat right here all the way on the end. May I ask who picked these seating arrangements for this reunion? No, because, like, why are they playing our girl Kandi like that? Because this is the second season in a row that Kandi has found herself all the way on the end, despite her high-ranking status with the network.
I don't need this anymore.
Is this tea? Or is it just me?
Peace out. Bye. Bye.
No, because can we stop acting like the seating arrangements at the reunions don't tell us everything we need to know?
BFFR. What did that spell? B fucking for real.
We all know by now the girls who are invited to take that coveted seat directly beside the host are basically guaranteed to receive an offer to return to the show on the next season.
I'm comfortable. I'm sitting back pretty and waiting.
And it usually is the most accurate representation of how happy the bosses are about a housewife and their performance on the season.
Trip T,
And I've been talking about my issues and concerns about this year's seating arrangement for a while now. And some of my binge watchers are still feeling like it's not that big of a deal. So in a minute, I'll share with you guys why I think that reunion seating charts definitely matter.
Wow, Kandi, good night. This is your last season, sorry.
Oh!
I don't know if she did enough this season.
Okay, Casey!
If you're at the end of the couch and you've been on for many, many seasons, that's probably a sign that they want to switch the show up.
What are you about to do? What are you about to do?
Listen, it's no disrespect to the individual cast member, but there comes a point where I think the audience and the producers and the network say to themselves, the story has been told.
You can stop saying that shit. I know that.
From what I understand, the network definitely looks at reunions as one final chance for the girls to set the tone for the future of the show. That's why the theme of the reunion, the placement of all the housewives, and the segments that they bring up are all very calculated to give the fans the best show and possibly a reason to actually go back and watch the episodes from the season, and of course, to hopefully give them a reason to tune in for the next season.
It's so annoying that a person will get on a platform to millions of people and say, I don't help people.
With that being said, as interest in the Real Housewives franchise has continued to drastically drop over the last several years, Bravo has been shaking things up pretty drastically. And last year, after the reunion, we saw the biggest shakeup ever, with Bravo dropping 2 heavy hitters at one time, leaving the cast having a lot to prove. And yes, I've already made 2 videos explaining my issues with this reunion situation, and particularly how it might possibly affect Kandi Burruss and her future on the show. So be sure to go ahead and check out those videos after you finish this one if you're looking for a full explanation of what I think is going on. But in this video, I just want to say that I understand that this is not the first time that Kandi has been seated in the friend of the show seats. But as I explained to this binge watcher, the stakes have changed drastically. Kandi wasn't the housewife with the highest tenure seasons 2, 4, or season 8. And she also didn't have that much to prove for season 13 at the reunion, since the reunion theme that year was based off her dungeon shenanigans. And for me, that substitutes being in the throne chairs. So correct, this was not Kandi's first time sitting on the end at the reunion. I just don't want it to be Kandi's last time sitting at the end for the reunion. Huh? My worry is that as the network continues to get more desperate to turn things around, now more than ever, we're starting to see them do weird things like bringing Apollo back to bash Phaedra, which gets us talking about Phaedra, which makes people want more Phaedra, and giving Marlo a peach now and sitting her in the throne chairs in everybody's face. It's just really starting to show you what they truly find valuable and entertaining. And if you guys don't get that, girl, never mind, because I don't even think we watching the same show.
Okay, so what you want me to do about it?
What I'm saying, what you could have done, you could apologize.
Again, if you guys want my full rundown, be sure to go and check both of those videos out. Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Are you looking forward to the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14 reunion that is airing really soon? And be sure to let me know your thoughts about whether or not it's time for Kandi Burruss to leave the show.
Just think about that for a minute.
Okay, now that you're almost fully caught up on most of the important topics that will be discussed at the reunion, I've just got one more segment to share with y'all before we get out of here, because y'all already know we have to talk about this She By Sheree mess because fans are still dragging her.
My name is Sheree Whitfield, and I am an up-and-coming designer, working 100% on designing She By Sheree. That's my life. She By Sheree.
What happened to She By Sheree?
Joggers.
Excuse me?
Joggers. It's more lifestyle.
When?
Probably more September.
There has been no other brand that has become a household name without selling a single product like She By Sheree. Since the beginning, the Real Housewives star has always been able to captivate her audience by sparking conversations that fuel speculation about its official launch. With Housewives fans almost losing hope last month, tweeting, "I done graduated high school, went to college, graduated college, started my career, went through 2 recessions, 3 global plagues, and changed presidents thrice, and still no She By Sheree. Pack it the f*** up."
If I'm not worried about it, you probably shouldn't be either.
And now, after 14 years, Sheree Whitfield was able to officially launch her fashion brand in front of Bravo's huge Housewives audience. And even still, it did not even take 14 hours for fans to start declaring it a total flop.
Tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes at your bed.
It's Justin Diego, back with another binge-worthy video. And today, I have to talk about what's going on with Sheree Whitfield using the money that she owes Drew Sidora to finesse us into paying over $100 for the same joggers that we can apparently get on Amazon and other sketchy fast fashion websites for less than $30.
Yes, I did that. And you would do it too for a check. And nothing, period.
Y'all already know the drill. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, slam that bell button, and follow Bingeworthy on Instagram and TikTok. Okay, if you haven't been watching new episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 14, it's still not too late to jump on in and watch before the reunion starts airing on Sunday. This last week's episode was truly iconic, and I totally agree with Andy Cohen, who tweeted that this finale was the best in years.
Let's be clear about that. Let's really be clear about that.
Yes, it was all about the long-awaited clothing line, She By Sheree, being officially released almost 14 years after she first announced the brand on the show.
I'm fashion, I'm style. And if they can't keep up, then that's their problem.
Yes, during Real Housewives of Atlanta's first season, back in 2008, Sheree first attempted to put on a fashion show to showcase her merchandise, but it did not go as planned.
It was all a lie. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied.
Fast forward to 2022, however, and Sheree has clearly been in her designer bag and has finally managed to pull off her iconic She By Sheree fashion show.
All the people, they are literally waiting for She By Sheree after all this time.
It was so nice to see some iconic faces like my good sister Shawn Snow, who is an OG housewife. And y'all are so petty for DMing me, anticipating my excitement for Deshaun Snow technically coming back to film for Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh, you sound like you slow.
But at least y'all know who the queen is in my eyes.
That's what I know for sure.
And I know I wasn't the only one excited to see Dwight Eubanks. He looked so good.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
The crowd is amazing.
I wouldn't let this day go by without having Dwight Eubanks in this building.
Oh, and before I move on, y'all are extra petty for doing the same thing that I did and paying special attention to Kandi's reaction to seeing Apollo as a model during Sheree's fashion show.
How dare you? Oh my God.
And if you're one of those people who had that feeling that Phaedra Parks was somewhere in the room, you know, about to get mic'd up to come on out there and approach Kandi, you need to seek help because you're sick. It's me. I'm one of those people. And I'm right here with this fan who responded to Kandi's reaction talking about, to think that there's an entire explosive story we're being denied here is just so annoying.
You bitch!
As soon as the episode finished, Sheree had She By Sheree sitting on ready for its official launch on the website. And I feel like this was the right thing for Bravo to do because after all these years of Sheree flopping, I feel like Bravo has been benefiting tremendously off the cloud. Really benefiting more than Sheree because she ain't sell shit. And they been selling all these ads.
Oh God, I can't stand these tools. Get off my life.
Shortly after the She By Sheree site launch, however, the website crashed due to what Sheree Whitfield described as overwhelming interest and an influx of love Girl, I call bullshit.
I'm gonna step. I'm actually gonna say what everyone else is thinking, because it's the truth. But I'll say it.
And I can't believe Rowan had anything to do with this, because Rowan, I was out here trying to get the people to be rallied up to recruit you onto Real Housewives of Atlanta as a peach holder, or at least a friend of the show next season. And when I needed you most, Rowan, all I get is confetti?
You don't have an answer? Didn't think you would.
Y'all, I was really pissed because I came early, and by the time I came back, y'all had took everything.
Nothing was there.
Did you drive past there?
No, I saw it on the television. Nothing was there.
How could you do this to me? Question mark.
Since She By Sheree officially launched, Housewives fans have been feeling some type of way, raising concerns about the validity of Sheree's business practices, tweeting, "So after 10 plus years of no fashion, you just put your name in a lookalike Jeffree Star logo, print it in an AliExpress/Shein garment, and charge $130? Girl," with the side-eye emoji, "how dreadful!" exclamation point. And another Housewives fan matched that same energy, tweeting, "She by somebody else!" exclamation point. Before a Kim Zolciak groupie tweeted, "She really slapped a logo on this design and is selling it for $130? You can go get the same one on Shein for $7. Before the conversation quickly shifted to folks calling Sheree to the stand to defend her prices. Tweeting, "Everyone is talking about She by Shein, but no one is talking about the ugly printed tees for $142. And another Housewives fan tapped in asking, "Are these prices playing tricks on my eyes?" With another fan yelling, "I love me some Sheree, but hell no!" exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. 14 years to be Rod blind with the crying laughing face emoji. And another fan wasn't feeling the pricing either, talking about $142, Sheree? Did you forget the decimal point? 1420 sounds appropriate, but not $142. Y'all, I was feeling so bad for Sheree and her whole team, because after that, people started linking up together and just completely being so nasty and so rude about the quality of She By Sheree. Tweeting, "Not only is Sheree rolling in audacity charging $142 for a t-shirt, she didn't even bother to take an iron to them before posting them for sale, question mark, question mark, question mark." And another Housewives fan responding, "Between the prices and the wrinkles in these clothes, she might as well change the brand name to She Tried It by Sheree, cause ain't no way." I wanted to support her too, but nah, she better try again next spring, summer, because this September launch ain't it. And after a while, y'all just started cutting the fool, talking about, "I am scheduling an emergency therapy session to process the She By Sheree line."
Now guess where you going? To jail. You going to jail, bitch?
One shot, now the future is yours. Go. Yeah.
Here are my final thoughts about this whole thing. First of all, I am very happy for Sheree. I have attempted to launch my own top tier merch myself, and I understand now that it's not as easy as people think. I even tried to partner with Sheree back in 2018 to release some cleverly designed joggers themed merch and to help her out with her little brand, because I just felt like it had so much potential, but it never really happened. And I also have an understanding that there are several different ways to do this whole fashion merchandise thing. And while it may not be the most fabulous option, using a white label or drop shipping service is a perfectly fine business model.
I said negative. I said negative. Exactly. You
Negative.
know exactly what I said.
Negative.
You know exactly what I said.
I feel like we pay premiums for brands all the time. And in my opinion, when we see people walking around in She By Sheree, it's going to be a moment. It's going to be a movement. It's a whole thing. And I think that this Black queen definitely deserves to be able to charge premium prices for the experience of it all. Even though I did go on Adidas's website to check what Beyonce is charging, and yeah.
You just made that up.
My hope is that Sheree is able to use the revenue to put out some of the more premium pieces that she so clearly wants to make for She By Sheree, because she actually has done several different shoots with really, really nice pieces. So I feel like her current products are really just her last resort selections. Yeah, the issue here is that by the time Sheree found out that, you know what, should I? No, I'm gonna keep it real. By the time Sheree found out that she was gonna be brought back on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, because let's be clear, it was out of nowhere, she did not have that much time to put out Ivy Park quality pieces. And that's just common sense. The girls filmed for just 3 or 4 months, y'all, and during that time, it's a full-time gig. So I think what Sheree was able to pull off in such a short window of time was actually pretty good, and it should honestly be respected. Her only objectives for this time should have been to actually put out a nice show and to actually have a product that people can have in their hands in a timely manner after the show aired. And to me, she accomplished that. The story does not end here, and I know that it would have been a lot more popular to get on here and drag Sheree, but I have always had a soft spot for She By Sheree, so I decided to come and add a little bit of context here. Sheree, if you're watching this, there is still so many of us who are still rooting for you, and we cannot wait to see what you do next. Now, hopefully it will involve a steamer. Okay, y'all know I had to drag her just a little bit. Comment right now and tell me what you guys think about all this. Do you think that She By Sheree needs to shut down the shop and rethink a proper launch for maybe spring, summer of 2023? Or do you think that people are overreacting?
Wait a minute.
Y'all, this has been such a long season, and I am so grateful that you made it all the way to the end of this marathon with me. And we laughed, we cried, we butted heads, and we're here.
This is disgusting. I like it though. I want to watch it again.
Since you made it here this long, I guess I can open up and tell you that I honestly had a really hard time staying motivated a lot of this year. And it wasn't until I got out in the streets and I started meeting you guys in Atlanta, and you guys were just pouring into me, and I was receiving so much love that I was able to look at things different and make some changes in my life that really helped me get re-inspired to start back creating binge-worthy content. So that's the tea. That's what took me so long to come back. That's why I've only made like just a couple of videos this year. Like, that's it. That's what happened. And I feel like I overshared.
This is it. This is it. I finally got this bitch.
No, seriously, like, you guys being here and appreciating my art has been honestly such a blessing to me, and I am so grateful. That's why, like, you guys are probably noticing this heightened intensity in my latest videos. I'm just like so happy to just make stuff again.
Please, just give us a break. Please just give us a break.
All right, enough about me. Thanks again for your time, your comments, your super thanks, your super chats, and every other way that you guys have shown me love in this video and over the last couple of weeks. And I cannot wait to make something else. All right, I will see you guys on the next one.
Moving fast, already gone. Yeah, but you bringing me back. try to double cross me, dog. Just let me relax. Stop assuming.